beautiful people. Welcome back to Well with Mika, where we talk real wellness for your real life. I'm Mika, your cultural wellness ally, and today we are diving into a topic that hits close to home, all right? It is brain fog. Not just any old brain fog. We're talking brain fog and the perimenopausal woman, okay? And not just brain fog and the perimenopausal woman, but how our modern society impacts what we're already dealing with, all right? So, and when we talk about brain fog, we're not just talking about that, oh, I forgot where I put my keys type of memory. We're talking about that daily, what my thoughts are just not clear. I'm not feeling focused, that type of brain fog. And since June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month, what better time to check in and have this discussion than now? All right, so let's get into it. First of all, I want to say to you, sister, you are not crazy, okay? And you're also not alone. If you've noticed your memory is slipping, your focus is drifting, or you feel like your thoughts are just kind of like moving through molasses, that is brain fog. And in perimenopause, we have fluctuating levels of estrogen, progesterone, even cortisol that can directly affect our brain chemistry. Estrogen, in particular, plays a big role in our verbal memory and executive functioning. So, as that does its own thing and dips and rises unpredictably like a roller coaster, our mental sharpness is out the window. It goes with it. So, studies like one published in the Journal of Women's Health have shown that many women experience measurable cognitive changes in the years leading up to menopause. And it's not just in your head. Well, even though, well, technically it's in your head, but you know what I mean. You're not imagining it, it's happening, okay? Now, then we're going through this process, and now we're living in this society. So, this modern addition of screens is just like a recipe for, oh my gosh, what is happening to me? Studies out of Stanford and Harvard have shown that too much screen time can impair your memory, your learning, and attention. The average adult already spends over 7 hours a day on screens, and if you're managing work, family, and your social life from a device, it's probably even more, okay? So now this constant mental juggling, you switching between tabs and apps and texts, then you're on your computer. It's too much, and it increases cognitive fatigue and it fragments your focus, okay? And if you're already in a season of hormonal fluctuations, it can feel like your brain just can't keep up. So what can we actually do? Number one, we're going to schedule device-free time. I know that's blasphemy. How could I say that? But we have to try unplugging just for a half an hour, maybe before bed at the least, or creating more like a no phone zone, maybe at the dinner table. I mean, these small little rituals and practices can give your brain a break, and your nervous system gets a chance to just chill out and settle down, okay? Number two, put your phone away to connect. Sometimes the best way to clear your mind is to just go out and hang out with your people. Just be present with someone else, whether it's talking with your kids while you're folding laundry, taking a walk with your partner, or just laughing with friends. Giving it your full attention is healing. So when we disconnect from the devices, we kind of reconnect with each other and even ourselves. I mean, I've been in so many situations, and I'm sure many of us have, where everyone in the group, we're together, but we're not together. And it used to be more so kids, but now it's the adults too. We're together, but everybody's on their phone. We have to step away from that, especially during this time of our lives, if we want to calm our brain and feel more clarity. Number three, audit your screen habits. Sometimes, many times, what you don't pay attention to, you can't change. So use apps like Screen Time or digital well-being apps that's already built into your phone to notice your patterns. Look at it, see what you're actually doing, so you know what your starting point is and what you need to change. You might be surprised by how often you're reaching for your phone and scrolling and you didn't even realize it. So, and it's not even out of need, but just habit or stress. I know for me, I have to check my habits because when I'm in an uncomfortable situation, maybe a social setting where I don't know many people, my comfort is, oh, I got my phone. My phone is my bestie right now. So I have to check that and then get out of my comfort zone of just reaching for the phone and actually be present and maybe connect with somebody that I don't know. Just be mindful of those moments when you're reaching for your phone. Check, use the app to see, okay, I'm on this app too much. I'm touching my phone way more than I even knew. All right. Next, number 4, we're going to replace, don't just remove. So instead of just saying less screen time, we're going to say, all right, more reading time. All right, more journaling time. All right, more exercise time. Just fill that space with something that's actually working for you, something that's restorative, something that's building you up. Just fill that space. Don't just remove it and then have that empty space there and then you feel just, miserable. We don't want that. So now how else can we dig deeper and support that big, beautiful brain of yours? All right. We're going to deep breathe and be mindful. So just 2 minutes of intentional breathing can reduce your cortisol and sharpen your focus. So we can go back to what we discussed in the last episode, which is the box breathing. Just a simple inhale for 4, you're going to hold for 4, then exhale for 4 and hold for 4. And just repeat that a few times, okay? Next, nutrition and hydration. Omega 3s, leafy greens, plenty of water. You have to stay hydrated. All of those things can improve your brain function. And cut down, if not cut out, the excess sugar, okay? That does nothing for our brain fog. And of course, prioritize sleep. Sleep is when your brain is like, oh, thank you. It resets. And, you don't want to mess up that process because you don't want to sacrifice your rest to scroll. Like that's like you just saying, brain fog, what? I don't care. I'll deal with you tomorrow. Come on. We could play again tomorrow. You don't want that. We're trying to gain that mental clarity. So put the phone down, and get some good quality sleep. So now let's bring it all together. Perimenopause. Yeah, it's foggy, but it don't have to be a whole full-blown storm, okay? With the small changes like less screen time, more connection, a little mindfulness, you can reclaim that space in your mind and your life. So this week, let's do it together. We're going to try unplugging for just 30 minutes a day. See how you feel. And if you've got kids, you've got a partner, invite them. Make it a party. Look, we're going to have a family detox moment, all right? Family digital detox. That's what we're doing this week. So if this episode resonated with you, if you're going through this, maybe you know someone going through it, share it with a friend, leave a comment. Let's go through it together. Make sure you're following for more. And don't forget, this is not about perfection. We just want this to be real. We want it to be right for you. We want to progress, all right? So until next time, thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, happy healthing. Peace.